After suffering a brutal injury earlier in the season, an NFC team has given the New York Jets a golden opportunity to fill the gap that they lost, and we got to break it all down. What's up, guys? I'm Matt Long. Welcome to Jets Digest. Before we jump into the video for today, only 30.7% of viewers are subscribed to the channel, so if you are not subscribed, please take a second, hit that subscribe button. But let's get into the news for today. From the Philadelphia Eagles and Ian Rappaport, the Philadelphia Eagles have released Javon Baker and, more importantly, running back Audrey Estime from their practice squad. Last weekend, 9:30 on Sunday morning, the New York Jets played the Denver Broncos, and one of the reasons why their pass game could not get going was because the run game could not get going. And now you could just say they're up against a top 5 lowest rush yards allowed per game defense in the Denver Broncos, but I'm not taking that excuse. I looked at it and said, wow, this team is really missing Braelon Allen. We need a power back. So I was thinking, who in the NFL is a really good power back? Who could we even have as that pure power rusher? And I thought back to 2 years ago, Notre Dame's running back Audrey Estime. I looked him up. I said, where is he? He was on the Philadelphia Eagles practice squad, but no longer. As of today, Audrey Estime has been cut from the Philadelphia Eagles, and the New York Jets have the opportunity to sign him for him to be our Braelon Allen fill-in until Braelon Allen is healthy enough to come back and play football for this New York Jets team. And let's face it, if we have 2 wins by the time he's ready to come back, he's probably not even going to come back at all. We know he's coming back next year. He's a phenomenal fit for this offense is Braelon Allen, and Audrey Estime can fit right in and do exactly what Braelon Allen did for the New York Jets offense. He's not as good, I understand that, but he is still a power back, someone who is a bruiser who no one wants to tackle, someone who gets stronger as the game goes on, someone who's going to wear down the defense. Looking at his stats from his rookie season in 2024, where he was a 5th round pick of the Denver Broncos, he ran for 310 yards on 76 attempts, which is 4.1 yards per average. Not the best, not the worst. Had 2 touchdowns. He could factor in as the New York Jets goal line running back and would just really, I believe, fit in perfectly into what Braelon Allen was for this New York Jets offensive running back room and can fill in exactly what we are now looking for. Now, talking about this New York Jets running back room, currently it is Breece Hall, Isaiah Davis, and Quinnen Williams. We recently signed Khalil Herbert to fill in as the 4th string running back, but recently, let's be honest, Khalil Herbert has not done anything in the league. He was actually the running back 2 for the Indianapolis Colts last season, but did you even know? I bet a lot of people couldn't even tell unless they're sickos like me who are refreshing depth charts for fantasy football purposes at all times. But right now, this running back room, we are missing our bruiser. Braelon Allen is not healthy, so we need someone who is going to be that guy who is really difficult to tackle just because he's running through people's face. Breece Hall is the best running back on our roster. He's better than Braelon Allen, better than a potential Audrey Estime pickup, but it frustrates me when he is trying to bounce every single run to the outside and try to take every single run for a home run for a long touchdown. Sometimes you just need a guy who's going to run what is blocked and sometimes just drag some guys for a couple yards. Maybe it is not he gets less yards than Breece Hall would have gotten on that play, but sometimes it's about sending a message. And this New York Jets team needs to be about sending a message in the run game, because when teams are afraid of our run game, that's going to open up the pass game for Justin Fields. Justin Fields, it's no secret that he's struggled mightily passing the football. I know he's holding the ball too long, but I don't have this quote in front of me, but today, one of our offensive linemen, Joe Tittman, was interviewed, and he said this amazing quote. He said, if Justin Fields needs 5 seconds in the pocket, we'll give him 6. I heard that and I said, that is exactly the type of mentality that good teammates have for each other. That's such a stark contrast for me from where Aaron Rodgers, what he was doing last season, our number 1 leader, our quarterback, is standing up on the podium, and he's talking about how Mike Williams is not staying on the red line and throwing this guy under the bus, that guy under the bus, throwing coaches under the bus. I was absolutely sick of it, and I'm glad that we have better leaders in this in this locker room than what we had last season. And it starts with Aaron Glenn teaching these guys how to be leaders by being a leader himself. I know it hasn't translated to wins. He's made some head coaching blunders, some errors managing the game. I can't ignore the fact that I saw on the 4th down and 1 fake punt, we had Breece Hall in, which was a sending a flare into the sky for the special teams coordinator for the Denver Broncos in Darren Rizzi. They showed him on the sidelines. He was pointing stuff out. He knew something was happening. But the thing on that fake punt that you may not have noticed, all 5 of the New York Jets offensive line was also in on that play. I mean, that's really, really poor coaching. Like, that's really, really bad. I don't know how the Broncos, they didn't exactly fall for the fake punt, but they definitely gave it up. That's really bad. Like, that's not faking out anybody. The point of a fake punt is to catch the special teams unit of the other team off guard, and no one's caught off guard when you're Breece Hall is in for his first ever special team snap, and surprise, surprise, he gets the ball. It reminds me of earlier in the season, week 1 of the college football playoffs. South Florida was facing ranked Boise State, and they put a backup quarterback in as the punter. And of course, it's a fake punt. The guy's not a punter, he's a quarterback. Takes a snap, throws a touchdown pass, breaks the back of Boise State, and then South Florida runs away with that game. And everyone's saying, how does Boise State let that happen? Because you got to have people that know the personnel of the team you're going up against and are able to call that out when it happens. The New York Jets, I don't know how they got away with that. I mean, if you're going to put out all 5 of your offensive linemen and completely give up the element of surprise on a special teams fake punt, then why not just bring out the real offense and go get 1 yard? It doesn't make any sense. I know it continues not to make any sense when they pick up the first down and then they don't even press the issue. They don't even try to score after that. I mean, that's just... I know Aaron Glenn is so far, he's in over his head in terms of coaching. He's got to learn how to be a better head coach. He took a lot off his plate by delegating the defensive coordinator and offensive coordinators to call their own game plans for their own sides of the football, where he's an overall game manager, but he's still not game managing at a high enough level. Not on the hot seat yet. He may be soon if it doesn't improve. But one last point that I got to talk about with Audrey Estime, the number 1 trade name in the entire NFL right now is Breece Hall. Posted free 20 on his Instagram yesterday. People are saying he posted that last year. I don't know. I don't listen that close to what is going on Instagram, but it doesn't make sense to hang on to Breece Hall. It's very likely that the New York Jets trade him. And if they do trade him, we have Isaiah Davis and Kene Nwangu, Khalil Herbert are our running backs. That's not going to be good enough. Audrey Estime would be the perfect fit for this New York Jets offense because he is that power option that right now we're missing. Isaiah Davis, very good, well-rounded running back. He's not bad at anything, but he's also not amazing at anything. And if we're going to lose, we might as well run through the faces of some people while we're doing it. We got to figure out some way to make this offense more watchable, more entertaining because, 45 passing yards, I'm not sure. I think they still had under 100 yards total as an offense. That's just not cutting it. If this New York Jets team is going to be really, really bad, let's just be bad in some way that is somewhat entertaining. Audrey Estime, bring him into the fold. I mean, this was the guy that I sat on my couch and was like, I really hope we can get him. I looked him up. We couldn't, but he's on he's on waivers or whatever the younger guys are on. I think, is it younger guys go to waivers? Older veterans over 4 years go to free agency? Someone answer that in the comments. But that's what I got for this video. If you stuck around this long, thank you for watching it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button if you are new to the channel. It can only get better. We're not going 0-17. Go Jets.